Super Nintendo World is open at Universal Studios Japan, and it looks awesome. We can't wait to talk to our guest, Chris from TDR Explorer, about his visits and discuss the land, food, merch, and rides. This is episode 443 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are super stoked for this episode. I think we hinted at it last week. Yeah, we are talking Super Nintendo Land. And as always, I can't do this by myself. So joining me, I have Lee.
It's Super Nintendo World, Chris, not Land.
They're all lands. Harry Potter Land, Krusty Land, it's all lands.
Hello, everyone.
We got Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Chris from the TDR Explorer.
Hi. Good morning. Evening.
Good morning. Yeah. Different
It's
time
early.
zones for those of you guys listening. It's way early for him, and we apologize for that, Chris.
We really appreciate it. Chris, I am going to ask, how do you pronounce your last name?
My last name is pronounced Nilghe.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's one of those no one will ever figure it out by just looking at it.
That's why I thought I'd ask rather than try and butcher it.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, thank you, Chris, for joining us. We're super excited to start talking about this. Obviously, you have been to the land, and you got to experience things a couple times. And I think we should just jump straight into it, right? So if you want, start with the land and the interactivity with the bands and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. There's so much.
Wow. Okay.
There's so much with just this small land, I guess. It was a lot more than I expected, to be quite honest, with it. I don't know. Should I just start with just walking into the land?
Yeah, because
how that works?
Because Universal, I think even you look at the last couple of lands that have been built in sort of major theme parks with Galaxy's Edge and now Super Nintendo World, that big reveal, or even like Volcano Bay, actually at Universal Orlando, that reveal has become such a part of walking into an area in a theme park now, and Super Nintendo World looks no different from those.
Yeah. And from your video, like the portal and, well, you can get into it,
yes.
but that portal looks like it's literally a portal to another world.
Definitely.
It's really funny with the entrance because it's this walkway that's sandwiched between Waterworld and Jaws. So it's really understated. So if you don't know it's there, you're gonna kind of miss it, which I think is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And it's this walkway, and as you're walking up the walkway, you can hear these faint sounds of coins and things like that as you're walking up. And when you're paying attention to the ground, you notice that there's points on the ground. And at first they just look like random numbers, but then eventually they turn into dates.
Yeah.
And it took me a minute to figure out what these dates were. And then I noticed, I'm like, oh my goodness, these are the release dates for major Mario games. So it starts off with the original Donkey Kong and works its way up, Super Mario Brothers on the Super Nintendo, Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey, and then it ends with the opening date of the land, which I think is really cool. And then there's this big open space, and you see the sign that says Super Nintendo World, and there's a big green pipe that you have to walk into.
So awesome.
And the photo op at the beginning as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I like that there was these false backs on it, so you can kind of look like you're going in the pipe or coming out of the pipe. I think that was really clever. The one thing I haven't been able to figure out, though, is I think the soundtrack at the entrance is an original score.
Okay.
Because I couldn't place the music anywhere, because as soon as you hear it, it's Mario, but I couldn't place if it was from a game or something. So I think it's an original score. I'm not sure though.
That is pretty awesome, actually.
And then, of course, once you start going in, you go through the green pipe and you're walking through it, and the pipe is curved, so you can't see anything right away. All you see is this dark green pipe, right? And you're walking through it, and then all of a sudden, halfway through, you hear that iconic groom, 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 going,
Wow.
going through the pipe. And
Cool.
once you get to the end, it curves, and then you're inside Peach's castle.
Now,
And-
is there any anything with the bands going on inside that tunnel going in, or no interactivity yet?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Nothing yet. But they do sell the power-up bands outside of there. Like,
Right.
they have stands everywhere selling the power-up bands, and they really push it, which I guess makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
It does, because it look like they really enhance your experience as well. So
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like they
like-
don't even have to push that. Like, I just want to buy all of them.
It's like Universal have finally got their Magic Band, haven't they? The way they could probably theme them to whatever Nintendo probably want. People will buy them. They're pretty. They look a lot of fun actually.
I know which one I'm getting.
Which one do you want to get?
Toad. Toad.
Yeah.
It's no
Okay,
other
yeah.
choice. Yeah.
That's the one I got.
Yeah.
I have Toads.
Yeah.
I was actually told yesterday that I think Princess Peach and the Daisy ones have been selling out.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I didn't think they would actually sell out, because it's kind of a thing
It's
that
like-
you kind of need for the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird.
I'm sure they're on eBay at 4 times the price.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably. Where was I? Oh, the castle. So once you get into Peach's castle, you hear Peach's music from Mario 64.
Mm.
You hear that everywhere, and you see the portraits on the wall that look like you can jump into
Cool.
right out of the game.
Let me just
And-
say that area in your video, I mean, it looked like the video game. It looked like there was no difference between the video game and the inside of that castle. It was so cool to watch, especially being like a Mario 64 like nerd.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that is really hard to describe, but not at the same time.
Right.
It's right out of the game, but it's in real life kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is hilarious. And then finally there's the big door, and you walk out into Super Nintendo World, and the moment you step out, it is so overwhelming, both emotionally and like just sensory overload.
Yeah.
And the moment you step outside, you hear the iconic Super Mario, like din 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 din. You hear that, and it just like chills down my spine. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my childhood. This is our childhood come to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like that was probably one of the best reveals I've ever experienced in my life. Like honestly,
Because looking at the vlogs, it looks surreal. I was showing our daughter and a couple of the people I work with when the initial photos from inside the land came, and both of them kind of questioned that it didn't look real. It's like, I don't believe that's real. It looks like a rendering, and I'm like, nope, that's real.
So cool.
And I feel like it's like walking in there from, again, pictures and the vlog you put up. I feel like my ADD would go into overdrive because there's just like everything thrown at you. And it's, the land is, and I believe we mentioned before, built upward
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
instead of like having to turn over here to see this side. So you kind of get a huge view coming in there. I mean, maybe that's our next debate, which is the best reveal. We'll see.
Interesting one, yes.
But yeah, that reveal that they did there just looks just very overwhelming, but so satisfying at the same time.
I don't think I've watched anything without a big grin on my face, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm so desperate to see it.
Yeah, like even like just describing it, I still get like chills about it just because it's that good.
It's so immersive though, isn't it? Because like Chris and I talked about on the show last week that theme park lands have gone multi-level now. They're building up rather than out. So like Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland and Hollywood Studios are on multiple levels, and that seems to be the same way with Super Nintendo World. So you get to see it from so many different levels, but then when you walk into it on ground level, you cannot see anything but Super Nintendo World.
Yeah, so Super Nintendo World's on 2 levels, and I guess you kind of come out on the second level.
Okay.
And there's stairs that go down where that's where the restaurant is, the shops are, and the snack stand for Yoshi, and a couple of the character greetings, and also the unmistakable doorway that looks like Donkey Kong. So, yeah, it's like you really have to pay attention to even realize that you came in on the second floor.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
Because when you walk in, of course, like from the main part of the park, you're on the ground floor, but then you go up to the second floor without even really realizing it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, I can't think of another theme park land that does that. They completely throw you into the loop and come out on the second floor. Must be kind of odd.
I think you're distracted enough by everything else that's going on when you get the reveal, so I wouldn't worry.
No, that's true. You just don't fall off the second level and fall to your death.
No, you just respawn. Don't worry about
Fair
it.
enough.
Yeah. The green mushroom comes around. So, Chris, let me ask you, I guess, since we're talking about, getting there and walking in, right? I don't know how they do it in Japan, the Universal Studios over there, but how was it with the crowds? Were they limiting people going in there? Because I'm assuming, everybody wants to go there, right? I can only imagine if they opened it up here in Orlando, like it reaches capacity before the park opens. So how was that over there?
So when I went, it was actually part of the annual pass previews.
Okay.
So it was actually a lottery to actually be able to go. So they really limited the number of people that got to go. So when we were there, it was not very crowded, which I guess was a good thing. Mm. And as of right now, the land isn't officially opened. It's in soft opening right now, just because of what's happening in the world right now.
Yeah.
They've delayed it twice now.
Yeah.
Just because of the state of things.
Yeah.
The world.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been back since?
No, I haven't. I got to go 3 times. I was very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad for a lottery, is it?
There was me and a couple other friends who are annual pass holders, and we all entered, and each of us won at least once. So we got to go a total of 3 times, which
that's cool.
worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, you look at it, there's so much kinetic going on. There's like movement everywhere. Like a lot of theme park lands, the movement's created by characters or the rides or whatever, but looking at Super Nintendo World, there's so much going on outside of the rides and the people. Like I'm not even a huge Super Nintendo fan at all, and Tracy's looking at me now as like, what are you even talking about? I did not grow up with Nintendo, but it still makes me, like, I look at that land and think, it looks amazing. It makes me want to be a Nintendo fan.
Mm-hmm. It's never too late.
And then the interactivity, Chris kind of lent to it at the beginning. The interactivity in the land, it really lends itself to, you obviously got the app and your power-up band. How does that work out for your whole experience going into the park then, Chris? Because I know you've pretty much experienced like everything it's got to offer interactivity-wise, haven't you? Yeah,
I got to do everything, which was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get the power-up band. Like, if you don't get it, you're only getting, I would say, half the experience.
Right.
There's just so much to do with the power-up band, much more than I thought there would have been, because they don't tell you a lot of stuff. You just kind of have to figure it out.
Okay.
And it makes sense because it's Nintendo. They're a gaming company.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did with this power-up band makes so much sense. So really quickly, you buy the power-up band. There's a QR code on the back of it, and you scan it into the official app, and then you set it up with like selecting your character. So if you bought the Toad power-up band, you get Toad in the app, so it kind of corresponds to the character that you bought on the band, and then you put your name in there, and then it keeps track of all the coins that you collect, all the stamps that you collect, which are effectively achievements. And you get to look at the leaderboards on there because that's what the coins do. The coins help you go through the leaderboards, which doesn't do anything but give you bragging rights. But you don't win anything.
No.
Hey, everybody loves bragging rights.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And being able to punch the blocks is so satisfying. It is so satisfying. Like, if you can reach the block, you can interact with it, and they're scattered everywhere. And the amount of coins that you get are random. Sometimes you'll get 1, sometimes you'll get 10, sometimes you'll get nothing.
Okay.
That's
which is really cool.
That like resets each day, right?
You know what? I never paid much attention. I just hit them as I went. I was like, I'm gonna hit everything. There's even this achievement to hit every single block in the land.
Okay.
Wow. How many is there, Chris? Just a sort of random guess. How many do you think?
Probably at least 30 or 40.
Wow.
I would say.
Wow. Okay.
There's a lot everywhere. They're outside, they're inside. There's also these little hidden touch points that it's a circle with an M on it, and it's usually kind of hidden. And when you find it, you tap your band, and then this 8-bit character kind of appears on the wall or wherever it is.
So awesome.
Yes.
Those are hidden everywhere. Like I found one in the back of the merchandise shop, and the only reason why I found it is because I heard somebody interact with it and it made a sound, because otherwise I never would have noticed it.
It was very well hidden.
Yes. Yeah, because they don't.
So awesome though.
They don't look like there's anything there. You wouldn't, if you didn't see the M, you wouldn't. It doesn't look like you could tell there was like a lit up pixel thing behind it.
No, not at all. I had to see somebody do it for me to figure out what it was, because I didn't really get it at first. Yeah, for all the different blocks, obviously there's the coin blocks, but then there's also there's music blocks from the games. And you have to hit them in a certain sequence to play a certain tune. And there's even blocks like inside the Yoshi's Adventure queue that you get to interact with. And it has like obviously the music and the sound effects from the Yoshi Island games. There's just so much.
I can only imagine that they have, it being Nintendo and a gaming company, like hidden Easter eggs that will be like discovered years from now.
Oh, probably.
It has to be. Yeah.
Oh, I would have thought.
Or like people going to the land doing a speed run on all the blocks or something. Like,
yeah, see, the quickest time
things
to
I
hit
think
them
of
all.
when I think of Nintendo. I'm like, I can only imagine they put that together here.
Yeah, because it was even cool, like watching you do the key.
Oh yeah.
Interactive things to get into the Bowser's Castle to do the Bowser Jr. thing, and that was, you talk about a video game company. That whole experience going in to do the Bowser challenge was really cool. Was it as cool as it looked? Because it did look a lot of fun.
It was a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be. When I read about it, I'm like, okay, this sounds okay. Sure, I have no idea what to expect. So I collected all the keys, and to collect these keys, you obviously need your power-up band, because that's how it keeps track of it. And if you don't collect the 3 keys, you don't get to do this attraction. So that's kind of an interesting design that they chose for that, which I guess, from a video game perspective, that makes sense, right? You got to collect the items to be able to get to the next level.
But it's interesting to have a theme park land that there is something in it that you will not get to do unless you complete these 3 tasks beforehand.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting choice. I guess we'll see how that works out when the masses are doing it, right?
Yeah.
But these mini games aren't exactly hard.
Yeah.
As you guys saw in the video, the 3 I did, one was I had to crank this wheel to make the Goomba fall over. So that really wasn't all that hard.
It's just fun.
Then there was the other one that was a little bit harder, where you had to hit the POW block at the right time. So that one would go off, and then it would hit another one, and then it would hit the third one, and then as long as you timed it right, it would hit the shell, and the shell would go upwards to collect the key. And then there was this weird Piranha Plant Panic game, which I had to do twice, because the first time I actually failed it.
It did seem a bit odd.
It just
with the
did,
alarm clocks.
Because you kind of looked like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just running around hitting these clocks, and we'll see what happens.
Pretty much, that's all I did, because they just said just hit the clocks as fast as you can. So that's what I did.
Okay.
It worked out the second time around, so I don't know. And there's 2 other games. I did one, another one that was in the underground. It's like this big bomb.
Yes.
And you have to work together with the team. You have to collect all these little pieces of like I don't know what it was, like an amulet or something off the walls. Like it's all touch screens. You have to collect them, and then you have to put them together on this puzzle, and you have to do it before the bomb explodes.
Right.
So it's kind of a team effort type of thing. And then there's another one with another touch panel thwomp thing, which I actually didn't get to see because I somehow missed it completely. I found out after the fact, after going into the app, that some of these mini games actually have difficulty levels.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm not sure how that works because I didn't get to do it a second time.
Right.
But my guess is probably you do it once, it's easy. Then you do it the second time,
yeah,
it's
makes
harder.
sense.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Because
impressive.
once you go into the Bowser Jr. thing, your keys reset and you have to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again is an interesting choice
That's another gaming
to make you go and do it again if you want to go and do it again.
Yeah, that replay value.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and especially with all the stamps that you collect in the app, they have all these different like achievements. I actually just realized, what was it, 2 days ago, I bought the new Super Mario 3D World game, and so many of the elements from that game were in Super Nintendo World.
Awesome.
Because some of the elements didn't make sense to me because
Right.
I've played Mario games obviously, and I saw some of these things and I thought I don't know what game this one is from specifically. And after playing the new Mario game, well, like new old, whatever,
Yeah.
I realized, oh, that's where this is from. Okay, that's actually really smart.
Yeah.
Like there's the slot machine game that is from Super Mario World 3D. The whole centerpiece Mount Beanpole where Yoshi's Adventure is, that's a level in the Mario game,
Oh, cool.
and it looks exactly the same.
Awesome.
So I thought that was very clever of them to do that.
So, Chris, you obviously mentioned the power up band, right? Which is a piece of merch that is required, right? Don't want to do it without it. You can, but you don't want to. What's some other merch that you saw over there? I mean, that stood out to you, or just merch in general there? Because I know from the videos, again, I mean, I'll just take a shirt that says Super Nintendo World, but what stood out to you over there?
Well, since I've been like doing merchandise videos for a while here, and it's kind of interesting to see the difference between what the Japanese audience prefers and what a foreign audience likes. So I get to see both sides there. And Super Nintendo World, they really thought about this stuff, and going through the merchandise, they have stuff that kind of caters to both. So they do know that they're going to have, once travel is viable again and safe, a lot of people from overseas are going to come, and their tastes are going to be much different than the locals' taste. And they've catered to both, which I think is very smart.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't do that. Sometimes it's very localized, and overseas visitors kind of complain a little bit, like, oh, I couldn't find this kind of merchandise that I wanted. I wanted something with just the name on it, but I couldn't find anything.
Right.
So like they have a whole bunch of the merchandise that just says Super Nintendo World, Universal Studios Japan plastered all over it, which I want to buy, and I know a lot of other people want to buy it as well. So I think that was really smart on their part.
It is, especially if you look, I know a lot of the complaints with Disney especially, that their stuff's become very homogenized now, that you can't necessarily get Disney World or Disneyland or Tokyo Disney.
Yeah,
it's all
no
just
park
it's
specific.
just Disney parks now,
Yeah.
rather than specific to where you are.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that just says Super Nintendo World on it, which I think is really great. And there's so many like different lines of merchandise. Like they have the grand opening stuff, they have the more generic Super Nintendo World, then they have like ones with all the characters plastered all over it. And then they have all the merchandise that the locals like all those tins with the snacks and stuff, like the chocolates, the cookies, because that's a big cultural thing here. Which is
I would
called
fit right in.
Yeah, I know. We watched
I
it and
would
it's like, they're awesome, by the way. I wish they did more stuff like that over in Orlando.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's so much stuff. I couldn't, like, after doing that 48-minute video, I don't even know how many times I said cute, because I ran out of words, ran out of adjectives to describe everything, because there's just so much.
But it was. It's like everything. Boxer shorts, the earrings. Like, I've complained that I'd love to see, I don't wear earrings, but for Tracy or for our daughter to get like universal themed earrings, and you can't get them in the States at all. Yet there was quite a few there.
Yeah. And plenty of key rings.
Imagine how terrifying it'll be when Tracy finally gets there.
Oh, I know.
Oh, well, hopefully it won't be too long.
No, I know.
Yeah, I'll be taking out a loan and shipping stuff home.
And it wasn't badly priced. I mean, I don't know how Japan compares to the US as far as prices, but like as a rule, but at, like theme park prices, the shirts seem to be about the same price as they would be in the States. Everything seemed very comparable to how much it would be in an Orlando theme park.
Yeah, the prices are pretty comparable. Like, it's not too bad. It's just kind of what you expect in terms of pricing. So it's nothing like
overpriced for what it is.
Yeah. and the stuff looked really good quality as well.
Yeah, that's one of the things here. The locals, Japanese people, are really sticklers about quality. And if it's not quality, they're not going to buy it.
Yeah.
So it has to be quality.
That's good.
Which I think works. It works in our favor. So we get quality stuff. We don't get stuff that you could have picked up at Walmart that is cheap cotton or something like that.
Yeah.
I've complained about that before from Disney parks. In recent years, the t-shirt, the jersey fabric of the t-shirts is really not up to par, I'm afraid. I'm very fussy with stuff like this. When I'm paying that sort of money, I want top dollar stuff.
Especially when you can tell we're a Universal podcast when we just rag on Disney all the time.
I like Disney. It's not often I do actually put them down. But when it comes to that, so that makes me happy that for those prices, I'm going to get good quality.
Yeah, I have to say the popcorn buckets look amazing. The Super Mario Kart one looks cool, but the Star one is, when you twisted it apart, and I was like, that's weird. Why does it come to bits? And then you press the switch, I was like, that is awesome.
I don't even like popcorn, and I'm having one.
It's like a big Flavor Flav thing to wear around your neck, isn't it?
Although, can we please address this mushroom flavour popcorn, though?
Chris, have you tried it yet?
I didn't get to try that flavor in particular. Unfortunately, I ran out of time. There was just so much to eat. But I did get to try the caramel peach. So there's the caramel peach and the mushroom cream, 2 different flavors.
It's weird.
The caramel peaches tastes what you think it would taste like. Caramel popcorn with a hint of peach flavor, which was actually not bad. It wasn't bad. There's a lot of mushroom flavored stuff in this land, which is kind of, I don't know. It depends on how you want to look at it. Could be a little morbid, I guess.
What? Oh,
yes. I've never considered that. It's like, yes. Okay.
Yeah, because the restaurant is Toad's restaurant, or Kinopio as he's called in Japan, and him and his other Toad friends are all making the food for you, and pretty much almost all the dishes have mushroom in it.
Well, let's hold that thought real quick. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to talk about mushrooms.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Taken a ride through New York with Jimmy Fallon? Visited the truffler trees in Zeus Landing, or hung out with a real-life Transformer? No? Then what are you waiting for? At Universal Orlando Resort, there truly is an option for everyone. Or if you're leaning a little more towards pixie dust rather than ones and portions, Disney destinations around the globe await your arrival. No matter the adventure, our sponsors have you covered. Be sure to let the experts at Mouse Muggle Travel Company take care of all your travel needs. Earning the distinction of being an earmarked agency specializing in Disney destinations, as well as becoming one of the first to be named a U Preferred agency with Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. Mouse Muggle Travel Company will ensure you receive top-rate customized service. Just visit mousemuggle.com to fill out a non-obligation quote request, or send your request to info@mouseandmuggle.com. Their team can take care of you no matter where in the world you go. With a flick of their wand and a little bit of pixie dust, the process will be so seamless, some might even say it's simply magical.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope your stomach's ready, because we're just getting into the food. As you heard, Chris was telling us how basically everything's mushroom-based, and me, as a person who doesn't like mushrooms, and super excited to hear about this.
It's the same, because we sat there and watched it. We've watched a lot of it with our daughter, and she hates mushrooms with a passion.
She's a terrible vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm with Jade. I'm Jade's number one fan. Then
I would eat mushrooms with everything.
I mean, yeah, the design looks cool.
Yeah,
I'll buy it, take a picture, and then give it to Alexa.
Because Chris, you tried a lot of the food over the trips you've been. How was it?
The food was much better than I thought it would be, because we know theme park food is very, it can be very miss a lot of the time. But they put a lot of effort into this. So I wouldn't say it's, high class cuisine by any stretch of the imagination, but it tastes how you would think it would, which I don't think is a bad thing. I mean, it's what you expect.
Yeah.
I think I even said that in the video when I was trying the Yoshi carbonara. I tried it and I said, "Oh, it tastes like carbonara,"
which is good.
Tastes as advertised.
Yeah, because my concern with it is it's all very Instagram worthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like very. You look at the one that stands out to me is the little cake that's got the different pink and brown and white layers on it with the star on the top. I mean, it's it looks exactly how it should look, but then you worry, have they put too much effort into how it looks and not into what it tastes? We've said this about Voodoo Donut over in Orlando, that they look cool, they're very Instagram, but then
I've had better.
Yeah.
Some of them stand out, some of them are
Yeah, the quality of the food is much better than I expected.
Good.
And for the price that you pay, the food is expensive. Like, it's not cheap. It's about, like, for an entree, like the carbonara, I think was about $18 US.
Oh, that's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, that's up there.
That's like, it's a big portion. Like, it's a full meal.
It did look huge.
And Chris, are like mushrooms like big in Japan? Is that like a staple item, like when it comes to like food dishes, or is it more for theming of the park?
I'd say it's more the theming. They really leaned into the theming thing, and a lot of people were commenting on the mushroom thing because a lot of people don't like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll adapt that for the US once it moves over, like how, whatever they decide. I don't think it'll be that mushroom heavy.
No.
Because the thing about Japan is you can't really customize food. They won't do it.
Right.
You get whatever you get.
Okay.
So I know that's going to cause some issues for people, but that's just how it works here.
Yeah.
Even if you have an allergy, they'll tell you to order something else.
Wow.
That's just how Japan works in terms of like their food.
Okay.
And that's something that kind of throws people off a lot. So I try to make sure I tell people about that so they're not thrown, or they can make, alternate plans, things like that.
Because that's one of the big things about going to the Orlando theme parks is you're made aware by every blog, vlog, podcaster that if you have an allergy or you have an issue, there's something you don't want, talk to your waiter, talk to the chef. They bring the chefs out and they'll customize it to how you want it. It's a huge thing over there.
Yeah, they'll even bring out like the chef's book and show you all the ingredients and everything in there.
Yeah, it's very different here, and it's a big shock for a lot of
I can
people
imagine
when they come to Japan. So I like to make people aware of that fact, and there's kind of no flexibility, I guess is the best way to put it in that sense. But the restaurant is so cute. You're inside Toad's house. So cute. And there's these screens that are windows, and it's like you're looking outside and you see the toads are walking around.
Which is awesome.
And then all of a sudden, all the Koopa kids or whatever their names are, they come and start terrorizing the toads, and they're running around screaming, which is almost stressful in a way because you're trying to eat, but you hear screaming. What's going on? It's so funny. Oh, and for those that are familiar with the Mario games, when you go into the restaurant, before the host gives you a menu to start looking at, they tell you, oh, Toad has a gift for you. And there's a little touch panel.
Yeah.
And you get to pick between a big gift or a small gift, and you get a random item, just like in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I love the fact that they've got all the screens around, so you're kind of like immersed in Super Nintendo World even more because you're looking out into what effectively would be that world. I'm surprised more theme parks haven't done that. Virtual windows.
So it basically keeps you entertained while you're there.
Yeah.
It's quite a simple idea as well.
It really is. Like, it doesn't take a lot of effort. Like, I love that when you first go into the restaurant, that Toad's there kind of talking to you while you're waiting to go in. It's cool. It's like, it's simple, but it's immersive.
And Chris, is that the only restaurant there on land?
So there's also a snack stand, Yoshi's Snack Island, and they have just a couple of items. There's these 2 lassi drinks.
Okay.
There's a mango and also a melon. Melon is a very big fruit in Japan.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it's also
popular,
called honeydew, I think is another way to call it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's really cute. And then there's also this calzone that is in the shape of a green shell. And on the inside is fried noodles with cheese.
Oh.
Well, that sounds good.
It sounds, and it looks amazing as well. It looks exactly how it should look. That's the cool thing about it.
Mm-hmm. It was really tasty.
Oh, it's not a good time to be talking about food.
It's always a good time to talk about food.
Yeah. I hope we get some of these down here when it eventually comes, and not just like a mushroom-shaped burger.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, isn't it?
That's all we get. That
transfer from Japan over to the States, because obviously it's like midway in construction at Universal Hollywood at the moment. It would be interesting to see how different those 2 lands are when that one opens, to see that cultural difference for like what stays from Japan in Hollywood. It'd be very interesting. But the food looks...
that I'm kind of interested in is kind of reminds me of Volcano Bay. Like, so the menu here at Super Nintendo World looks pretty vast and pretty, like, a lot of different options in there. I wonder I don't know if they do it over there in Japan at Universal, where they like cut items down based off of what people want and slim down the menu, similar to how they did in Volcano Bay.
Yeah, they did it in Toothsome as well, didn't they?
They did.
Yep. So I don't know if that's a thing over there, Chris, or have you seen like when they release a menu at, the parks and vast menu, they just keep it no matter what?
That's a good question. I never actually paid attention, but I did think about that when I was at the restaurant, thinking there's a lot of dishes here. I'm wondering if they're going to just to see what sticks and then just pare things down as they go.
Yeah, which would make sense.
Oh my! I think I counted it. There was 21 items to choose from.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
a
impressive.
lot. I mean, great.
Yeah.
It's not a huge restaurant either. It's not massive. The one thing I know is one of the big... Drizzy has quite a soapbox about it of vegetarian dishes. It didn't look like there was an awful lot of vegetarian options on there. Is vegetarianism a huge thing in Japan? No?
No,
it's really not.
Right.
Yeah, like even if you ask, one of the staff members, there's a good chance they're not going to know what you mean. Or
really?
Like vegetarianism is like it's known here, but not that well known, I guess. It's better than vegan. Vegan is not a lot of people know what vegan is.
It's weird, isn't it? It's strange to think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's not weird.
It's just odd. Like, you look at how...
It's just different.
You're a weirdo, Tracy.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah. Wouldn't expect to be anything else.
I mean, I have no issue with meat. Give me all the meat. But, there's people out there that apparently don't like it.
But I like to have options.
My cow.
I did notice there was a couple dishes that I think are vegetarian friendly. Like there's this fruit salad, like a Yoshi's fruit salad, and there's like the caprese salad, and that's about it.
That caprese salad looks so cool. I love what they did with the tomatoes.
And there's plenty of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm assuming
the vegan options during Mardi Gras, which was like, the potato sticks.
Yeah.
And water.
Yeah. I'm assuming that it's not drawn attention to the fact that they're vegetarian then, Chris. They're just on there. It's not like obviously you go wherever and it'll have like vegetarian friendly or a little V or whatever it is they want to denote it. It's just they don't draw attention to the fact that it's vegetarian. It's just there.
Yeah, that's kind of how Japan does it. There'll be options, but they don't advertise it as such because most people don't think of it that way.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to be careful too, because sometimes they do sneak in stuff in there. Like if it doesn't specifically say vegetarian, there's a chance there might be something in there. Like a good example is like this isn't for the Mario cafe or anything, but some places will have like fish broth that is used in some of their cooking, which you can't taste, but it's in there, and you won't know unless you asked.
Right.
And then sometimes, just some of the ingredients that they use. Good example, I guess, is this is a Disney example, but they have a vegetable curry.
Okay.
But it's not vegetarian because in the curry sauce there's actually little bits of pork. Because the main part of it is all vegetables. They call it a vegetable curry.
Yeah. And a lot of people would probably get caught out with that.
Yeah.
Because you'd see vegetables
so
and think, oh.
Things like that happen in this country.
Yeah.
Things like that happen everywhere, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have no issue with it. I wouldn't be bothered if I wouldn't buy the vegetable curry in the first place. I'd be looking for the meat curry. So it wouldn't be an issue.
Fair do.
All right, so we've been talking a lot about food, but I think we should jump into the meat and potatoes.
Oh,
All right.
Nice.
The rides, right? So we got 2 rides, and I thank Universal so much for making easy names this time. Right? Mario Kart and Yoshi's Adventure, right? So let's I think we should just get straight into Mario Kart.
Really? You don't want to save the best till last? See, I don't.
Fine.
Go on. No, it's fine. It's up to your hosting, Chris. It's up to you.
You know what? We're going to Mario Kart because I've been waiting this whole interview to ask questions. Okay. Chris, tell me this isn't just a Men in Black 2.0.
Oh, there's a big pause there.
And that's what hurts.
Let me counter that with Chris. Tell me this is Men
I'd
in
be
Black
happy with that. I love
2.0.
Men in
That's my
Black.
favorite ride. So
I guess like I've had a lot of time to mull this over. Of course, I've seen people's comments online from watching the POV videos, which I don't think is a good representation of it, obviously.
Yeah.
And as someone who's actually written the ride, I got to do it 3 times. It's effectively, it's a video game that's a slow-moving dark ride.
Okay.
I guess is the best way to describe it. And I know it's going to disappoint some people, but I still had a lot of fun with it. If you were to ask me, is this the best ride ever? No, unfortunately. I wish it was, but it's not. But it was still a lot of fun for what they did with it. Like you get to do Mario Kart in real life. Like, come on.
what's not to like?
Yeah, and I know you summed it up in your video. I think, like you just said right now, right? It's not the best ride in the world, but it's fun, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I think we watched your initial reaction from riding it, and from kind of watching your reaction, it felt like you wanted to love it so much, and you were kind of after that first ride, kind of going, it was a lot of fun, but there was always like a but. It's not as good as I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. The queue, though, talk about the queue really quickly. The queue was phenomenal. They did such a good job with that queue. It's ridiculous.
I
loved it.
Yeah.
Universal know how to do a queue.
I think that huge that Bowser statue is just ridiculous.
Yes.
And the music, like you hear all the music and stuff, like that's kind of what sells it for me is all the different music, because that just like instantly transports me back to the early 90s playing Mario Kart in the summer with my brothers. You know, like that's exactly how I feel when I'm going through the queue, and just all the details and stuff like that. There's just so much to that queue. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have to confess to only babysitting a kid that I absolutely hated. He was an absolute brat. He really was. Because they had
A Super Nintendo.
for Nintendo. So you used to get locked in. I didn't really. You used to get sent off to bed, then that was it. I was on that console all night.
It's only 4 p.m. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah, that cue does look phenomenal, and the headwear also. Do they sell that? Because I want to buy
It
that.
does look pretty cool.
It just looks cool.
Yeah, so the way they did the headwear, I thought was actually quite ingenious. So it's kind of in two pieces, right?
Yeah.
So there's the Mario cap that they give you, and it tightens and everything, so it sits on your head. And then the AR goggles are actually attached to the ride vehicle itself.
Okay.
So when you sit down and pull the lap bar down, you take the goggles and they slide onto the helmet,
Right.
and with magnets.
Yeah.
I think it's magnets. It must be, and it's kind of like you have this additional screen in front of your eyes, so it doesn't sit on your face like glasses. It's more sitting
like
in
a
front
visor.
of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know a lot of people were concerned about that, especially sanitary reasons.
Yes.
It never actually touches your face.
Okay.
And of course, like if you have glasses and stuff, there's zero issues. I had no
See,
issues
that's
with
good.
it.
That's
whatsoever.
because that's my problem.
Yeah.
So,
Tracy complains about 3D attractions and having to wear glasses over glasses and it being just a pain.
And let me ask you, Chris. I know you mentioned in your video that it was a little blurry. Was that because of the glasses you were wearing, or that's just how the goggles are? It's not going to be like very sharp.
It was a little blurry because I think everything was moving so quickly.
okay.
Well, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Slow dark ride.
Yeah.
So I got to ride it 3 times. The first time I was so overwhelmed. There was just so much going on. Especially if you've played Mario Kart, it's chaotic.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The ride is just as chaotic. There's stuff on the screen. There's stuff like physically happening. You're moving. You're spinning. There's just a lot. It's just a sensory overload. So I was very overwhelmed. The second and third time I rode it, I kind of focused more on the screen to kind of see what was happening more. And it was a little more clear. So I don't know if it was me just kind of, I don't know, in a frenzy. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe I got a different pair of goggles or something. I'm not sure. It was clearer the second time around, I guess.
Okay.
That's good.
So I'm not sure.
Because I know you said after that second time, when you were concentrating on it a little bit more, it made your motion sickness a little worse than it did the first time.
Yeah, because I was more focused on the screen than the physical stuff.
Yeah.
So I wasn't super dizzy. Like I get really motion sick easily. I wasn't to the point where I was going to vomit or anything. It was just like, oh, okay, I'm a little disoriented, but I'm fine.
Yeah, because you mentioned Forbidden Journey really knocks you sick, and I'll be honest, the one in Orlando makes me ill when I ride it now, and it's not good.
You're getting old, dear.
Maybe. I was impressed with the actual, because the first ride through we watched didn't have the AR goggles on, and the actual physical set of the ride that you ride through was actually really impressive.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that. It's really cute, and I was just surprised with the amount of animatronics and stuff were in there, because I was kind of expecting to be more screens than anything, because
Universal and screens.
that tends to be a thing.
Yeah.
But I was very surprised that they didn't rely on that heavily.
No, it was really good.
Which was awesome to see. I think there's more animatronics in that one ride than like all of Universal Studios Orlando.
I guess for like the one, like, I guess harsh criticism I would have is at the very end when you do Rainbow Road, because it's kind of this like straightaway on the ride. I just wish it sped up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it kind of kept the same speed. I just wish like it just sped up like just a little bit, just a little bit.
That area looked trippy too.
It really did.
Oh, yeah, I was like, where are we? What's going on? Are we flying? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm just going to hold on.
I can never do that in the games. Rainbow Road just kills me.
So the actual game itself then, Chris, how does that work? Because I know we kind of talked about it before when they showed the ride vehicles, that everyone's got their own steering wheel, and obviously not everyone can't steer the vehicle. Obviously the vehicle just goes along the track. How does the actual game element work?
So there's some sort of steering element to it, where on the screen you'll see arrows will pop up in front of you, and everyone has to turn the steering wheel to that direction at this roughly the same time.
Okay.
And the more in sync everybody is, the more coins you get. So that helps you kind of win the race against Bowser.
Okay.
And then you collect the items and you shoot them with the steering wheel. There's buttons on both sides that you shoot. And the direction that you shoot the shells is where you're looking. So you have to point your head in the direction you want to shoot the shells, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I don't I haven't watched any of the POV videos, but I don't know if it showed it, but on your steering wheel, if you look at it with the goggles on, there's actually a hub. So you can see how many coins you have and how many items you have left in your inventory.
That's
and it's
cool.
on your steering wheel, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, no, we didn't see that on the one that we watched. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, because this is the first time that augmented reality is being used in a theme park attraction.
For what they've done with the ride, I think it's a really big accomplishment because, obviously this is 1.0, right?
Yeah.
So it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do. And they can also update the software. So
Of course.
we could, I don't know, maybe they'll put overlays on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eventually. Like for me, when it starts, like just hearing the Mario countdown, the 3, 2, 1, and then as soon as it goes, you hear all the characters yelling and screaming like Yahoo, woohoo! And you hear the shells and you hear the items and stuff like that. Like they captured that feeling perfectly. Like I get chills just like describing it. I'm like, oh my goodness, like we're actually in Mario Kart.
Awesome.
Flaws aside, it's just a fun ride. Like it really is. Like you kind of have to taper your expectations.
Yeah.
A little bit, or maybe a lot, but it's still fun, and I still think it's worth it. And it was fun.
I personally feel that that's one of I guess my problem and most people's problem is that the expectations were just really high because you hear augmented reality and a Mario Kart. So those are two things that will make any Mario fanboy go crazy, right? And you're expecting something that doesn't even probably exist in technology yet. And then you get this, and then you see the POV, right? Which I'm guessing does not translate to the ride
They
when
never
you're actually
do
on.
they?
That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Is the POV, it's cool because you get to see the set pieces, but it has to be completely different from actually riding it. So I'm sure once, it gets down here and we can, ride it, it'll be a different story. But I think everybody's just kind of a little jaded from not seeing, a live Mario come into your cart with you and just go.
Well, look, with theme park fans, and theme park fans want the moon on a stick.
Absolutely.
And it's expect every new attraction to be groundbreaking. And we've learned that isn't how theme parks work. You can't put to use a Disney term, every attraction cannot be an e-ticket attraction.
No, the Fast and Furious.
They've they've pushed the boundaries. We need to get those guys on that
Least
wrote it for 8
favourite ride.
hours, by the way. It's not my favourite ride. I don't mind it, unlike most people. But anyway.
It's his favorite.
It's not. You look at what Disney have done with Rise of Resistance and everyone's like, that is now the greatest theme park attraction. And then everyone expected Mario Kart to outdo that. And it's, you're talking about a technology that's never been used in a theme park before. So like you said, Chris, it's going to be 1.0, and it's, they've got to try it out first, and then the next iteration will be better and better and better. But it's pushing the boundaries of what a theme park attraction is without being the next best thing. It's just something different.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that.
A ride doesn't have to be the best thing ever to be fun. And I think that's the thing we've got from you, Chris. You came off it and went, look, it's not the best thing in the world. You temper your expectations, but it is a lot of fun. And if you come off it and you've had fun, then it's done its job for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to spend money in the Mario Kart shop. So there you go.
And let's be honest, that's what it's all about really for them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you exited the gift shop because
I assume that's true, is it? Yeah, of course.
course,
It wouldn't
that's
be
a
a theme
staple.
park if
Yeah.
you didn't.
There's a Mario Kart gift shop with Mario Kart merchandise.
Yes.
Wow.
With
And I
Mario
want-
Kart on it.
I want all of that as well.
And I guess speaking of rides that don't have to be groundbreaking, the Yoshi ride is just an omni mover.
Oh,
That's
yes.
all it is.
So cute.
That's the
It's so cute.
right there.
Yeah.
It is so cute. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I was grinning ear to ear the entire time. I'm like, what? Why is this so cute? Like, I know this ride is not the greatest, but I can't help. Like, there's Baby Mario, there's
Yes.
Captain Toad, there's all these like Yoshi's Island sounds and everything, and it's so cute, and you get to see the land from a different perspective.
Exactly.
So you get to appreciate the landscape, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
It sucks in the rain, though. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
It rained the first time I did it. But another thing I forgot to mention was the power-up bands work with both these attractions. There's actually achievements.
Okay, that's
them.
cool.
So like on the Mario Kart ride, you have to tap your band on the steering wheel and it syncs your game data to the app.
Awesome.
So it knows how many times you've ridden the ride, how many coins you've collected, if you've won or lost.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you came in first, second, third, it keeps track of all that stuff.
That's
so there's
cool.
like this,
That is awesome.
Incentive to ride it again, to wait in that 3-hour line inevitably again.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Yoshi ride. There's these little Yoshi eggs on your lap bar, and you have to hit the corresponding colored egg to the one that's physically that you see
Oh, that's cool.
in the ride at the same time.
I like it.
I never know.
It's really cool.
Yeah, we never saw that on
No.
the video we watched. That's cool. But like you say, I think one of the biggest things for me, that Universal don't do a lot of slow moving dark rides. So just to have something to get off your feet and just
Probably fall asleep knowing you, do you?
probably, it's not intense, just something that's not.
Just to take a breather.
Yeah. Because Universal
relax a
parks
bit.
don't really afford you that much. It's all about
go, go, go,
thrill
isn't it?
and all the rest of it. And there isn't those attractions just to give you a break from everything. And Yoshi looks like, I thought one thing I did notice when we were watching the video last night, I thought was interesting, that there are green, like plastic boards in between the vehicles
spaces,
to
aren't
cover
there?
the track over. So it's not trackless, but you can't see the track, which I thought was actually very simple but quite clever.
Yeah, very effective.
I wonder if that also has to do with weather as well.
Perhaps, yeah.
Possibly.
Because it does rain a lot.
Yeah.
I have no issues with it. I mean, it reminds me of Seuss Trolley, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Who
So,
doesn't like that?
and Chris, like you said, if it's that just visually, fun to ride, then there's nothing wrong with that.
And again,
Exactly.
a bit of kinetic in the park because it's up on the top level, if you're down the bottom, it's just something else going on around the park to add an element of movement to the park and just make it like it's not a bog standard static land.
Yeah. And you can just point and laugh at all the peasants that aren't riding it,
And I know we haven't
do
covered
that.
it quite yet, but just getting to the end, the meet and greets look pretty awesome as well.
Yes.
You probably saw my vlog. I was freaking out over Peach because I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I didn't look at this stuff ahead of time, so that was a legitimate like shock and surprise to me. I'm like, what? Peach is over there? You can meet her? So that was like the first thing I did was get in line to meet Peach.
Yeah.
And what surprised me was she talks
Awesome.
in English.
Wow.
Okay.
And her eyes move and her mouth moves and everything.
Now, is it an interactive talking or just like set phrases?
It was set phrases,
Right.
so it wasn't anything like.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it was just like,
magical
"Hi, how
enough.
are you? Let's take a picture together. It's a
That's
nice day
cool.
today." Like things like that.
Yeah.
That's still better than the awkward, just head movement.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah, I
know what
never
you
know
want
what to
from
do.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weird meet and greets are odd, especially when you've got kids who aren't really that outgoing and you don't know what to do, and they can be very, very awkward.
Or when you're using the kids as an excuse to meet a character. The kid doesn't want to go, and it's like, oh, I need to.
yeah.
And,
That's never happened to me.
Because Toad is so, to use your word, Chris, the cutest meet and greet character I think I've ever seen in a theme park.
I had to like squat just to get my picture with him. He's so short.
How did you not just throw him over your shoulder and run away? Because he's so
I know, right?
cute.
I just kind of wanted to pick him up and hug him and like, okay, we're gonna go. You're coming home with
Yes,
me.
I'm adopting you now.
We're leaving. And then Mario and Luigi as well. They do speak.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear them when I did it, so I'm not. I don't know if something was maybe not working that day or something, but it was hard to hear them. But all the character greetings have achievements as well.
Okay.
So I don't know at what point they figured that out, because I know with the Mario ones, they tell you to punch the blocks afterwards. So maybe it figures it out that way. But with Peach, the photographer like scans your band.
Right.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. I mean, just adding more interactivity into the parks.
Yeah.
It's giving people a reason to do everything in the park. Rather than, I won't bother doing that. It's like, I need to do that because I need to get the achievement for it.
Explore, explore, explore.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did like a Twitch stream. Like, we're collecting all the blocks today, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One last thing, Chris, because I'm getting ready to wrap up. So we've commented before how small the land looks. Does it feel as small as it looks when you're in it?
No, it doesn't feel that small. It might be a different story once the crowds are there, because when I was there, it wasn't very crowded. So it might be a different story when there's more people in it. But for the most part, it felt bigger than it looked.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us. Chris, first of all, plug all your social medias and also your YouTube channel where everybody can check out your videos on everything we've been talking about today.
Sure. You can find everything that we talked about. It's up on our website at tdrexplorer.com. And we're also under TDR Explorer across social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Go watch our videos on the YouTube channel.
Yes, do.
I'm blown away by the amount of people that have watched it. I think it's over 3 million collectively views on all of our Super Nintendo World videos, which is insanity to me. I did not expect that.
They're really engaging videos as well.
They did a great job covering all of it. So I mean, that makes sense.
I said to you, Chris, that you have a passion for it. You can tell you're not just doing it because you want to do theme park vlogs. You actually enjoy this stuff, and you get excited over. As we said this before we started recording, you get excited over the tiniest little details. I think that comes across, and it makes it a better experience to watch because you're not just someone covering the land, that you're actually enjoying covering the land as well.
It humanizes it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I was trying not to burst into tears sometimes, like during the video. I'm like, okay, don't cry.
Like, there is no shame in tears.
There is no shame in tears. Anyone who knows me knows that. I couldn't talk for the first 10 minutes we entered Hogsmeade for the first time.
It was a lovely 10 minutes.
Lee is the spokesman for that.
Yes.
But yeah, we appreciate you coming on and kind of going through this with us. We're all super excited to go ride rides over there and see everything and do all that. So, hopefully it comes here sooner rather than later, or just Tracy, you just go over there and do it.
Well, it's
I'm not going to be happy if she gets to go over there and I don't.
I'm good. Whatever.
You're giving her motivation. What are you doing, Lee? But yeah, so we will end with another listener submitted Universal Is. And Chris is actually going to supply this one. But if you want to be involved, all you have to do is send us what you think Universal is in 3 words or less to podcast@uuopodcast.com or send via Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And we will end the show with them. Chris, over to you. Universal is...
I'm going to change my answer. I wrote something down before, but I think I'm going to make it very simple and just say, let's go.
Awesome. See you guys next time.
Guess that wraps things up for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You guys did all right. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, keyword UUO Podcast. Listen and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or anywhere podcasts are found. You can find our blog at uuopodcast.com. Send us your spews, which Lou gets your poo recordings, questions, or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, and our awesome sponsors, Mouse and Muggle Travel Company. So, until next time, don't give up your day job. Say cheese. See you later.